Wow, man, I just shot 24 videos today. 24 in one day, that's my record. You know, one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video is because I know that for some people, and you might be one of them, I don't know, thinking about publishing regularly and publishing video, I mean, there's a lot of value to that can give you a lot of benefit for your business if you publish and you just pour value into people, because that's what's happened to me. Ever since the beginning of 2020, I started, and we're talking about 18 months now have passed, and I've shot literally more than 300 videos in Italian. And before that, yeah, I used to get a few phone calls. I was making videos that were really kind of short and, you know, counting on my communication skills to be able to, you know, entice people to call me for my coaching services. And that happened, but it didn't happen very much. I had a guy who was, you know, selling for me, and he was getting me customers. And, you know, for these customers that I would get him, he would get a commission, and he would get a long-term commission, a monthly commission, for as long as that customer continued to work with me. And I used to get some word-of-mouth business, and I was doing quite well. Well, the thing that changed everything for the better was when I started making not just short videos, but longer videos. I've been, you know, and I've struggled with this for a few years now, and I wasted too much time because I've heard people say, you should just pour everything that you have into the people and give them just free content. And I was like, yeah, but I worked so hard for this. I don't want to give them free content. You know, so I get it. If you're thinking the same thing, I get it. But I can only tell you that it is so, so powerful. And last year, I was publishing 6 videos a week, 6. And I got up to 26 or 27,000 video views a month. Now, for some of you, you might not be thinking that's too much, you know. Now, for some of you, you might not think that's very much. But I know that there's a lot of people out there who would love to have those results. And, you know, some people are shooting videos and are getting millions of views just off one video. Well, okay. But I'm not one of those people. But I'm still deriving great benefit from the fact that I'm publishing, because you know what? When you pour all this value into people and you give lessons, these videos that I've been making, they're anywhere from 7 to 45, 50 minutes. And I just pour stuff into it. I started making them a little shorter after the lockdown was closed. I mean, finished, because people started going back to work and I didn't have as much time to listen or to watch my videos. But those videos now average like 15, 20 minutes. And, you know, I get great feedback. And not only that, what wasn't happening before, that people weren't calling, they were calling me, but not a whole lot. And now people are calling me, and when they call me, I get like 1 to 2 contacts every single week of people who want to know what they need to do to do coaching with me. They want to know which courses. They know that I have a lot of video courses online, and they want to know how they can get in, or which ones they should buy, or, you know, they want to have a coaching session with me or whatever. But that didn't happen before. And the reason that happens is because people see what I can do. I've shown them what I can do. And so in all these videos, what do? I help them to solve real life situations. And I get all these, you know, you said 300 videos, man, I can never make 3. Yes, you can. If you just listen to your customers and what they want and what they need, you can make a lot more videos than you think. And if I just sat down with you for a half an hour, 45 minutes, I am sure we could come up with quite a list that would surprise even you about all the different things that you could talk about in these videos. Especially if you have clarity about who you want to serve. And if you know what their problems are, all you have to do is think about what are the questions that they ask? What are the things that they want to know? What are their pain points? What are their problems? And then on a video, you help them solve those problems. And now what I've gotten to understand is that if you give them everything and they know exactly what they can do, they might be willing to call you less. But what's going to happen is there's a lot of people who aren't going to know. And this is the feedback that I've given. Some people have said, you know what? You can see that you know what you're talking about. You can see that you've actually worked in companies. You can see that you've actually led people. You were a manager. I love the way you communicate. People say, I don't like only what you say, but I like also how you say it. I like your communication style. I like the way that you explain things in a very simple manner. I love that. But at the same time, I watch some of your videos. I try to put into practice the things that you say. I know that they work. You've convinced me that they work, but I'm not getting the same kind of results that you got. And so I need some help. Can you help me? That's kind of the feedback. Those are the people who call me. That's what they ask me. So the reason I wanted to make this video is one, to say that if you're not doing it already, publish. And if you don't like being on video, then do a podcast. If you don't like doing a podcast, then write articles. But whatever you do it consistently. This is one of the biggest things that I see. I have seen so many people, and if you just think about it, think about how many people you have seen who said, I'm going to start publishing every day for the next year. And you see them in the first 10 days, they're off to the races, baby. They're doing it every day. And then guess what happens? Then they miss a day. Then they miss 2 days. And then they miss 3 days. And then they publish again. And then they miss another day. And then you don't see them anymore. They stopped. I'm like, what happened? Because they're not consistent. They're not consistent. And then the other thing that I think about this. Okay, so even if you just published for 15 days and then you didn't publish anymore, but where did you publish though? And so there's this thing about doing lives. Facebook loves lives. Okay, I get it. But I tell you what, I love YouTube better. I would rather, if I could choose whether or not to do 15 live videos or do 15 YouTube videos, I would take YouTube videos any day of the week. And the reason is because YouTube is a search engine. Those videos aren't going to fade off into Never Never Land like the lives do on Facebook, because Facebook loves it, so you do it on Facebook. You see what I'm saying? Because they're just going to disappear, because after a while, people aren't going to scroll down that deep to find those live videos, and then they're going to be gone. You're not going to get any views on them unless you just hit one out of the park, which is not, it's probably not statistically probable that that's going to happen. But you set that video up on YouTube and you do the SEO the way it's supposed to be done, and that's that's content that needs to be out there that people are actually looking for. More people are going to they're going to search for that over and over and over again, and you're going to keep getting views. But if you only publish on Facebook, and another error that I see, or mistake that I see, is that I see people publishing only to their friends on Facebook. Just ask yourself, how many of those people are actually in your target market in the first place? If they are, then great. If you have been really diligent about letting people into your Facebook sphere who are only in your target audience, then okay. But most people don't do that, and you're just wasting so much time and energy, So anyway, be consistent. And then the last piece that I want to talk to you about is, the fact that I was here today, I made 24 videos in one day. Some people think that this making videos, I'm going to make videos, and I'm going to make another video next week, or I'm going to make 2 more videos this week. And then they think about they're doing it one at a time. You don't have to do it one at a time. You can make these 24 videos, and then, together with whoever you have on your team, they can program them out to launch them and to publish them whenever you want, as often as you want. If you're publishing twice a week, 24 videos, that's 12 weeks of content. If you're publishing once a week, that's 24 weeks worth of content. You can just do the math, you can publish as often as you want. But if you spend a whole day show you something. You have your list of the videos that you want to shoot. Not just the bullet point of the video itself, but you have, stuff listed of exactly what you want to talk about in each video with bullet points. You're just going to roll through these babies, And don't worry about, this is one last thing. I said that was going to be the last thing. This is really the last thing, is that don't worry about messing up. Don't worry about stuttering. Don't think that you have to be perfect. Don't think that your makeup has to be perfect, that your hair has to be right and everything. Just do it. Just like one of my coaches told me once, Cassie Brown, she said, imperfect action is better than no action at all. And that's so true. Just get it out there. Another one of my mentors, Russell Brunson, said, sometimes when you build funnels, and you're worrying about tweaking it, and you know, because it's not quite right, you're tweaking it for you. You're not tweaking it for the market. Let the market decide whether they want, whether that's good, whether they like it, whether they don't like it. Just get it out there. Stop worrying about being perfect. There is no perfection. I used to waste so much time doing that. If I messed up something in a video, I would do it over again. Wasted time. You don't need to do that. All right? So anyway, I just wanted to kind of give you some click. I just got finished with this day. I made these 24 videos. I like the number 25. I said I'm going to make 25 because I want to make one for you, and so I did. Okay, so hope this was helpful. Stick with me because Dima Joe is just getting started.